folks, my name is John Pettit, and I am Assistant Archivist in Urban Archives in Paley Library, and it's my first time over the megaphone, so bear with me. I've been at Temple for over 10 years in a variety of different capacities, as a student, student worker, employee, and graduate student. Despite the fact that I love my work and coworkers, I've recently become more and more troubled by the university administration's treatment of members of the Temple community. I'm a member of AFSCME, a union that Temple has not awarded a contract to since October in the year 2007. Does anyone remember what they were up to then? In a drawn-out negotiation in which some would argue the university has engaged in ethically and legally questionable practices. As troubling and poorly handled as the layoffs have been, they're sadly not a surprise to me. A few months ago, I received a call from a colleague who, like me as an archivist, accepted a private corporation in the city. After 36 years of dedicating his livelihood to the organization, he was laid off with little to no notice, escorted off by security with little chance to say goodbye, planned for his immediate future, finish the work he was doing, or make sense of how his time there was ending. It was also part of a questionable restructuring plan. When I spoke to him in work the next day, he was, as you would expect, shocked, disheartened, and confused about the place that he had spent his time. I remember relaying the story to friends, family, and colleagues, adding, although Temple isn't perfect, and I'm sure not going to get rich working there, at least I don't work in the type of environment where that's accepted. Both the university's handling of our contract and of most of these recent layoffs has called this reasoning into question. I don't think I'm alone in choosing to work at a university because I wanted to work someplace that values and respects the members of its community, workers, students, and faculty alike. The university's responsibility is to handle its workers and faculty with the same level of dignity and respect it should expect us to maintain with the students. The university should establish a moral and just environment for students to learn and its employees to work. Some people say, this is the way this is done everywhere now. Oh, this happened to so-and-so. Oh, I hear about this all the time. I have a hard time believing that they would be quite as dismissive if it was their spouse, child, parent, or them on the receiving end of this type of restructuring.
That's right.
In the Chronicle of Higher Ed article about the layoffs, Ray Besner from the University of Communications was quoted as saying, "The care was taken to make the layoffs as humane as possible." I would hate to see what he considers inhumane. The changes were done with little to no consultation of affected departments or unions, and is clearly one more step the university is taking to undermine organized labor at the university. The fact that many of the new positions created that some of the laid-off employees were encouraged to apply for were not part of the union that Temple has been engaged in a struggle with is troubling and deserves a whole lot of scrutiny. I'm glad to see everyone here today and hope that this and other actions in the future demonstrate to Temple that members of its community are not going to tolerate this type of behavior. Thanks a lot.